Hello, everyone. It's JJ from microwavefutures.com. A little bit of a weekend update, end of the quarter update. Hope you are all having a great weekend. And here we go. Let's get into it with the ES and see what we have to expect. We have some levels for short term and for longer term traders to look at. So let's start out on the daily. On the daily candle wax, we came up above 57.80 and a quarter. It's the top of a quite a large zone. And we went right up to the middle of the next sort of section of the zone. So we broke above 57.80 quarter. We looked above 58.24 and a half. And that's halfway between 80 and 58.68 and a quarter. So we looked above 58.24 and a half and came back underneath it. So that shows liquidation. We also had a very weak close for a Friday quarter end. Now let's see. Monday is the last trading day of the month, but I think, because of the nature of the market and the amount of speculative buying in this market, when we put in that all-time high above 58.24 half, um, we just couldn't sustain it. It didn't have the order flow to sustain it, so the market rotated back down. Now, the low is 57.82. We haven't taken out 57.80 and a quarter as yet. So that's your first level in the overnight trade. Okay, we closed at 85 and three quarters. We Let's see if we stay over 57.80 and a quarter. Now let's go take a look. And this is the first time I'm showing you how I use a 4-hour chart. And we're going to keep it candle wax for a little bit, just so the majority of people use candles. I am a TPO guy, but there's an amazing amount of information that candle traders can get and add it to their technical analysis. So I'm not poo-pooing technical analysis at all. What I'm doing is I'm saying look at the business transactions so you can really use the technical analysis, fine tune it, and you'll understand why the technicals are lining up or why not, or if you have a bias, it can help you figure out so many things. So here we have a 4-hour candle, and what I've done is I've drawn a volume profile from the bottom of this move at 54.50 all the way up to the top. And also, I've got some interesting things on here that I don't usually use or show people, but a lot of people use the 50 and the 200. So there they are. Um, you'll notice that we came down on Thursday to that 50, bounced off it, and closed above it. Now, going into the end of the quarter, let's take a look at what I use. And I'm an inventory guy. And believe it or not, all you guys are inventory people too. Even if you don't know it, you're trading inventory. Okay. So I'm looking at 57.58 and a half on the 4-hour chart. That is where all the distributed inventory is for the month of September, right? As we roll into October and roll into the end of the month, um, the distributed inventory is above 57.73, and all of it is really above 57.58. So if we get any kind of break of that 80 quarter that we talked about on the daily chart, we'll be looking at 57.73. Now, why that level? Because last week I saw that there was a constant seller at 57.73, and we marked it, and I'll show you on our profile chart, we marked it. On the 5 minute, the 15 minute, there was a constant seller there. And then when we broke above there, we came back, you know, we came back up and we tested that level a couple of times, looked below it. And on the last look below of 73, that's when we got that weird Globex all-time high and then the all-time high in RTH, which we sold off from because nobody wanted to pay that going into the end of the quarter. So they just dumped all their inventory. Now we're underneath the top of this distribution range, which is 57.94 quarter. So, for example, we closed 85 and three quarters. If you're a short seller and it gets above 57.94 and a quarter Sunday night, it's not that far away, right? It's like 10 points, right? So if it gets above 94 and a quarter, your spider sense should be tingling. Okay? That's telling you, I don't know, right? Next level up is the top of that candle at 58.04. Okay? 58.05, let's call it. Round things up. Okay, nice round numbers, 58.05. So if we get over 57.95, 94 and a quarter, and this thing gets up over 58.05, be careful on the short side. This market has an annoying habit of shutting off supply right when everyone goes short. Okay. Just so you know, Friday's price action was a liquidation into the close, and we'll look at that. But also, when you liquidate into the close on a Friday, you attract short sellers, right? When markets liquidate, they attract short sellers like pizza attracts offensive linemen. Okay. It just draws them in. They smell lower prices and they float in like those comic book cartoon bears that are floating, smelling the pie, right? Same with offensive linemen in football, right? You put a pizza out, it's gone in 30 seconds. So that lower close attracted shorts. If people are trapped and there's no supply, I'm not saying that it's going to go higher. But if it breaks 94 and three quarters, watch your whiskers. There's your spider senses tingling, and that 58.04, 58.05. If it gets above there, be careful, right? Because supply sometimes at night is a difficult thing. So, what else do we have? On the downside, if it breaks 57.80, 73 is where you're going to be looking for some support. Okay. And if it breaks 57.73 and it takes out this level here at 57.68 quarter, the lower this thing takes out these levels, the people who are long above it in a swing position are not going to be happy. So that inventory will probably come bailing out, right? We talked about the upside. We got to have a plan for both sides of the attack, right? Just in case they attack from the front, attack from the back, right? Now we're talking about the backside of this move. If we break 73, you're looking for 57.58, okay? Because that's where the bottom of this volume profile chunk. This is cost basis. This is distributed cost basis, okay? The accumulation was here and distributed here. Beautiful distribution. Beautiful distribution. Okay, so there's some levels for you on the 4 hour. Okay, now let's go take a look at our market profile chart, and you'll see that 57.58 area is right here. There's that 57.80 area that we were talking about on the candle wax chart. It's right there. But you can see that the general chunk of the short-term inventory is above 58. So that's why market profile charts are really, really handy because they show you where all the volume or the cost basis is. So if it breaks 58, anyone who's long in this square, and they're not going to be happy. And if it takes out that low, we'll come gunning for that 57.37 low. The bottom of this zone is 57.16 and three quarters. We have looked above and failed. So the middle of the zone is 57.58. That's the target, target one. Target two is 16 and three quarters. Okay. That would be a classic look above and fail. You target the bottom of the balance zone. Now, let's go take a look at shorter term levels for the Globex Open on Sunday. There's our 58.785 and three quarter close, right? We almost took out the previous day low, but failed to do so. What are we going to do? Sunday, look for it to open. If it holds Friday's low, the upper stops are 57.90 and 57.92 and a half. Okay. So if it opens, right, say it, maybe even opens above here. You never know. We'll see what the opening auction's like, right? When the opening auction comes in, if there's an opening up here, look for 90 to get taken out, and then 92 and a half, those are your upper targets, right? If we break Friday's low, you're looking for 57.78, which is where the stops are from the low of Thursday. If those stops break, then of course there's our 57.73, right? And you'll notice that I think it was the Wednesday low came under 73 and came back up. So there is a large number of shorts that are trapped all the way here, I'd say, right? Down here, this is where we want to be looking to see where are those trap shorts, and the market's going to go looking for the bid on Sunday night if we break 82. Okay. So if 82 breaks, we're going to look for the bid. You'll notice Friday's price action was very sort of choppy to the downside. That's because every time we started going down, the shorts came in and started covering, right? And as soon as they started covering the people who were long up here, they started pulling back their offers and letting them come and pay higher price. So look at that for the downside, right? And just in case this market has an annoying habit of running out of supply. If we run out of supply on Sunday night, here are your upper references. The point of control is where most of the cost basis is priced at. Okay. The point of control is 70% of the value area, which is 70% of all the trading. The value area is your cost basis. Point of control is where the majority of your cost basis is priced. Okay. So inventory is above us right now. So we should have resistance going up. If we don't, watch your whiskers, right? When markets don't do what you think they're going to do, they're trying to go, psst, 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 buddy, something's a little off here, right? So listen to the market. It's Sunday night, get a glass of wine, chill out, relax. Don't just jump into trades, right? We got a whole new quarter coming up, lots of good business to do. There's going to be a lot of stops above 58.05. Remember 58.04 and three quarters? Remember that level? Well, there she is, right? So if we take out those stops, it's going to have hours of people who are short under that level using that as a stop, right? We've seen it before, right? Beautiful way to look at stops. Anyway, that's pretty much it for our update. The up, down Sunday night. Let's see how this new quarter pans out. Remember, we've been one time framing up for days now. Once again, that's trend up, right? Higher lows, people, right? That means the bid is moving up following the offer. So watch those lows as well and trade safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you want to learn how to trade using some simple common sense, the way they used to do it, you know, back in the day, common sense, good business habits, a little bit of discipline, and a little bit of time to actually learn. Be easy on yourself. This business is not easy to learn. Come see us at microefutures.com. We have a 7-day free trial. We also offer private coaching. If any of you are interested in private coaching, I will offer you a free one-on-one coaching seminar. You know, no obligation. Give me a DM. I'm JJ VWAP Trader One on X. Have a wonderful weekend, folks. Be safe. Enjoy this time off, and we'll see you bright and early Monday morning for the UK Open. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.